The morning was cold over the mountains. The wind cut through the skin, and heavy clouds threatened a storm. Abraham pulled his cloak tighter around his body and looked at the boy in front of him. Isaac, his son, his promise, his sacrifice. They had climbed for hours. Each step on the rocky ground sounded like a drumbeat in an unknown ritual. The boy did not question. He trusted his father. He trusted his father's God. But something felt wrong. Abraham carried fire and a knife. But where was the lamb? In the silence, the voice echoed in his mind. Take your son, your only son, whom you love, and offer him as a burnt offering. The command had come like thunder in his soul. No negotiation, no explanation, just an order. And now he was here, climbing the mountain to fulfill a destiny he didn't understand. Abraham was a man of faith. He had heard the Eternal's voice, left everything behind, crossed deserts in search of the promise. But this was different. Sacrifices were common. That was how men bargained with the gods. Blood meant blessings, but not the blood of his own son. What if this was a test? What if God only wanted to see how far he would go? Or worse, what if God truly wanted the sacrifice? Abraham tightened his grip on Isaac's hand. The boy walked beside him, unaware that each step brought him closer to death. But Abraham knew, and still he continued. The mountaintop was cold and empty. Up here, the world felt smaller. Only rocks, sky, and the crushing silence of destiny. Abraham began stacking stones. Each one was a weight on his conscience. Each one whispered, "You could stop now. You could say no." But he didn't stop. He placed the wood. He arranged it on the altar. His hands trembled. God was watching. Then he turned to the boy. Isaac looked into his father's eyes, and he understood. No words were spoken, but silence said everything. Isaac didn't run. He didn't scream. He just closed his eyes as his father bound him to the altar. Abraham raised the blade, and then time froze. The wind stopped. The sky darkened. The universe held its breath, and a voice thundered, "Do not lay a hand on the boy." The knife fell from Abraham's hand. His body trembled. The air rushed back. The world restarted. And there, caught in the thickets, was a ram, the real sacrifice. Abraham untied Isaac, holding his son in his arms. The boy was alive. The ram was sacrificed in his place. But something inside Abraham died on that mountain. His unwavering faith became a burden. His blind trust turned into doubt. Yes, he passed the test. But what kind of God would put a father in this situation? What kind of faith demands that a man raise a knife against his own blood? The question that remains, was this a test of faith or blind obedience? Did God want proof, or did Abraham simply follow orders without question? And if Abraham had said no, would he have failed, or would he have been more human? Maybe the real sacrifice was never Isaac. Maybe it was Abraham's innocence.